Hello. Hi, my loves. La la la. It's me, Oracle Brigette. Let's do a little magic. I'm happy you're here. Yay for us. I want to give this another minute or two so that everyone can get into the room for the live experience. Hi, my love. Yay. Take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths. How are you? How do you feel? Yay! La 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 la. Okay, I can feel you guys coming into the room. Feels amazing. I have missed you. Thank you for your patience with my return to the lives. I took an entire week off the lives. I just had a feeling everyone was going to go through some upgrades, and I wanted to take a step back to support your sovereignty and to not influence your upgrades in any way. I would have taken longer than a week if it took you guys longer than a week, but it did not take you any longer than a week to finish up what you were going through. Maybe me too. So that we could all come together again. In the fifth dimension. So, here's the deal. I am floating in some gorgeous love light energies. I feel so much gratitude that we have this little platform here where we can connect and where I can share these light codes. If you haven't been here before, if you're new here, and you're wondering what a light code is, or what a light coded message is, the best way I can explain it would be I offer spiritual guidance and clarity to assist you in navigating with your highest potential vibrational reality in your now moment. And the way that I do this is when I say things to you, they come from a place of light. They are coded with light. And what they do is they activate or remind you of the light that is within you. When I speak to you from my light, your light listens and you understand because it's still you that I'm speaking to. But if you speak the language of light, if you have love light within you, which we all do if we are a living human being, we have soul energy, source energy within us because we were created. So it reminds us of where we come from. The light energy reminds us of a feeling of potential, reminds us of creativity, a feeling of infinite creation in a way, which innately brings us into feelings of well-being and innately brings us into feelings like we are really in the now moment and in gratitude and attracting and reflecting the abundance that our heart truly desires, and also in a manner and in a way that we couldn't possibly imagine, that dazzles us and surprises us and blisses us out. Because why not? Take a deep breath. So I feel so grateful that whatever this process is that I've been going through on a personal and spiritual and probably physical level, I'm so grateful that I'm not the only one. I'm so glad that we're all going through this together. We may put different words to it. We may have different stories that we attach to this, or, timelines we need to experience in order to receive our codes. But at a base level, we come from the same source energy. We're all like family members of light. We all have souls and we all interact with the quantum field in the same way. So because we're all interacting with the same quantum field, it's like we're really all connected, and that's why I'm able to do these collective readings. And so I do these light-coded messages. I do these lives, or I write my work. I do my work in all the ways that I do, coming from this place of light, and it immediately speaks to the light within you. And what happens when someone talks to you? You listen. You wake up, you're like, oh, I'm here, I'm listening. I'm listening. And so I speak to the light within you, and if you can handle my voice, if you can handle my vibe, if you can handle the video, then you can handle your light, at least the light that I'm able to remind you that you have. And that's our long explanation of what light codes are. And so it is. So I'm feeling very blissed out and very grateful. I feel so glad that I feel so glad that we're able to access this energy together. It feels great. I can feel you guys tapping into the joy within you. It's like, I know, me too. And it's a little strange, so we're going to start to get into the light codes and the energy report, okay? It may feel strange or even rebellious to be in a state of joy in this time when perhaps others around you are suffering. So, innately, first, a lot of codependency is having to be exposed and called out, because when we're codependent, we need others to feel good in order for us to feel good. And when we're codependent, we are willing to sacrifice our well-being for the well-being of others, and then we never truly thrive or reach our highest potential, because we never allow ourselves to thrive unless through the thriving of another. So in this time, when we are gaining access to the thriving codes potentially before others, we're having to face our codependency, because we realize that it is our innate birthright, and we can sense and tap into that belief and feeling, that knowing that it is our innate birthright to thrive. And we really can't wait for anyone else before we can accept our blessing and really step into this joy that we feel we have access to. Sometimes it's not like, oh, I think I can feel happy right now. Bling! No, sometimes it's like, oh my God, I have an idea of a thing that I want to do, of a change that I want to make, of a decision I want to make for myself in my life. I have a feeling here. I have a feeling, and it feels right. And I want to go with this. It might not make other people happy, but I can confirm it's in complete alignment with my spirit, and it would definitely bring me into joy. I want to validate that for you. I know you do not need my validation, but I know the feeling of exhilaration of the light code being activated within me, of like, oh my God, that's right. I'm so here for that for you. Like, I so hope I can provide that experience for you, because I love that experience for myself. Okay, so here's the reason why I hope you are willing to accept the challenge of transmuting and alchemizing your codependency, so that you can no longer need to experience joy through the third party of other people. So you can truly step into the joy that you have access to right now. If you do, you will truly transmute so much codependent energy. So don't be surprised if your behavior changes, or the way you want to be with others may change a little bit. It's fine. You're stepping into joy. These people are going to enjoy you much more, even if you are setting stronger boundaries or are less codependent. Why? Because you're also happier. You're also happier. You're feeling better about your life. So why? Because you're listening to spirit. So you feel this knowing of like, oh my God, joy is my birthright. I can pursue this thing. I can do this thing for me, and just for me. Because it will bring me into my best self, and that will make it better for everyone else anyways. But not in a codependent way. Like, I want to be better for everyone else, so let me do this work. No. Like, oh my God, I deserve. This joy, this dream I have is not only a dream, it's a potential that it is my birthright and soul purpose to align with. I don't need anyone to validate it for me. I know it is mine, and I know it will bring me joy to pursue it. Whether it manifests in the way I'm exactly picturing it or not, it's the fact that I know in my heart that this is the energy of my soul purpose, because it brings me joy in fulfilling it. And so I step forward into it as my birthright, not because someone else tells me I should or can or I need to. Because it feels right. And so as these codependency codes start to transmute for you and alchemize for you, and as sovereignty, spiritual sovereignty activates from within for you, take a deep breath. Continue to remind yourself, or how about this? I won't say continue. That might feel like, I don't know. I'd like to offer you this potential, this idea. What if you're a portal? What if you are the first one in your soul family or your community or your environment to gain access to this energy that you are just now stepping into? And by you choosing to transmute and alchemize the rest of these codependency energies within you, so that you're willing to step into your joy because it is your birthright. As soon as you do that and start to step into your joy, this energy vibration starts to come off of you that actually helps the people around you do that for themselves too. So what if the hesitancy you feel in truly, truly alchemizing these codes here, what if the hesitancy you feel is actually you doing some major, major generational curse clearing around what prevents us from being in our spiritual sovereignty? So rather than feeling like you don't want to be in joy until the people around you are in joy, imagine that the people around you may not experience true joy until you step into your joy. And it's not that the people that are around you depend on your joy, but I want you to understand that if you are destined to be in someone's life, soul family, soul path, if you're supposed to interact with them, you choose what vibe you arrive in. You choose what vibe you arrive in. So if you are arriving in a vibe, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Okay. If you are choosing to arrive in a vibe that is you choosing joy because it is your birthright and not because you need anyone else to do anything, one, it's psychically freeing for all the people around you because they don't feel any pressure or expectation from you, like you need them to be a certain way in order for you to be happy. You just come in self-sustaining joy. You arrive self-sustaining joy, self-sustaining light, so the people around you can just be and continue to do and go through whatever they're going through without needing to please you in an almost narcissistic way, because you depend on something that they need to do before you can do something. When you arrive in joy, everyone around you feels free. They feel none of that expectation from you. They feel none of that psychic pressure from you, needing them to be certain ways. And then in witnessing someone doing that, of that energy, they may receive their first physical proof of a sovereign being. Oh my God, I never imagined that codependency codes could be transmuted and alchemized this way into sovereignty. I didn't realize that until I witnessed someone who had already alchemized them and transmuted them and were in their sovereignty. And then once I felt and witnessed their actual vibration, I was able to more facilitate that alchemization within myself. And so I'm not saying the people around you need you, but the alchemy that you facilitate within yourself will vibrate and potentially offer solutions to those that the divine decides to have you cross paths with. And so how you arrive when you cross paths with others does still have the potential to be healing, but not in some weird codependent way like I need you to be healed in order for me to be happy. No. More in a way of like, I self-sustain this happiness, and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the maximum. And those who also self-sustain their happiness are the ones who naturally vibrate in alignment with me. So those who don't, who may witness my or your vibration of this self-sustaining happiness, they may witness it, they may not resonate with it, and so naturally they may choose not to be by my side. But maybe it takes that, maybe they need to meet a few more people of that code, or they need to go through more things in life. And then one day they too are self-sustaining their happiness, and next thing they know, they look to their right and there I am. Never, never, never know. Never, never know. Never, 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 never. Okay. And so we invert the need for others to be a certain way for us to be happy into I am happy despite how others are, because it's my birthright to thrive and align with my soul purpose in whatever that is. And in aligning with what I want, with what feels good for my heart, in aligning with my health and my well-being, and choosing for myself, and listening to my spirit and aligning with heavenly energies within myself and creating heavenly energies within my personal life, I am activating joy. Then so be it, and so it is. And I will continue to do so, no matter what and how the people around me may choose to live their lives. I may find that who is around me shifts, or perhaps it's I shift where I choose to go based off of the response I get vibrationally from the people or environments around me in response to my joy. It's true. I may be influenced by how others respond to my sovereignty and to my joy. I may be influenced as to say, this is interesting data. I feel more informed about the quality of the vibration of this environment. And so I'm going to choose to navigate in this manner because that feels in alignment with my well-being. And I can be very unattached emotionally without telling too many stories and enjoying the journey that my spirit is taking me on. Sometimes I'm walking down a path, sometimes I'm running, sometimes I'm rolling, sometimes I'm sitting on a bench on the side of the path interacting with someone. Sometimes I find a little secret doorway or something, or I want to climb up a tree and go down the path by climbing trees. But no matter what, I'm always moving forward. And so that's what we gain access to, that feeling of always moving forward and always creating in our lives and making change and alchemizing and transforming energies. It's an incredible feeling of growth, and it builds a certain kinetic energy, almost like a soul strength, that powers us forward more and more. The more I step forward, the more kinetic energy I build, and so the more oomph I have that pushes me forward. This is often why dedication to a certain passion or task or gift over time builds the skill with which that gift can be performed. Because the more you do it, the more you build that neural pathway, the more you oomph that groove. If it's in alignment with spirit, it powers you up. It moves you forward because you're doing it more effectively. You're doing your work, your soul work. You're in alignment with your soul purpose in a way that is fulfilling universe's plan, in a way that the universe will facilitate you. As we start to listen to spirit more and more and stop needing the validation from other people, we are existing it's as if we're on the precipice of time and space. We are living on the cutting edge of the now moment. The universe literally speaks to us directly in our ear. And we're in a direct conversation with the universe, in feeling a heartfelt dream and desire, in communicating and allowing that heartfelt dream and desire to communicate to us, and then communicating that to the universe, and then allowing the universe to communicate back to us, and allowing ourselves to be changed by the feedback. and consistently moving forward in this way. It's a very beautiful communion, kind of dance with the universe. And it's when we are when we are in denial about what we're seeing in reality, which is the feedback that universe gives us, when we are in denial about what we're hearing in our heart, which is what our spirit is telling us, when we are in denial about how we're feeling, which is what our body is telling us, when we're in denial about reality, and we are disassociating, living in fantasy lands, can't accept things, or are projecting our needs onto others, expecting others to do things for us so that we don't have to when we're grown-ups, know that that kind of keeps you in a rut. And you're not moving forward when you're in that energy, because you are not sovereign in that energy. Spirit waits for you inside of you. Universe waits for you in reality. But as long as you deny and you try to create stories to justify falsities that you're making up in your imagination, because you hope that these falsities that are not in alignment with reality or how you truly feel, whatever you're denying, you can try and create falsities to justify a false reality as some kind of construct that can move you forward. But it will only be a construct to move you in like a circle. It won't move you forward. You may be able to live, but you will not thrive there when you're not truly in reality. And you really can't manifest when you're not truly in reality. You can only go as far as you've gone so far. When you free yourself from thinking that you are responsible for every single little thing, and you need to be perfect, and you need to tailor make every single thing perfectly, and you shame yourself because you don't like something, it's like a really inundating and overwhelming way to live, where you're constantly self-policing and never living and never really experiencing the joy, because you're in a trauma, you're like PTSD afraid that you might accidentally hit yourself again vibrationally because you're so responsible for everything that you go through. I want you to know that we live in a co-creative universe, and just like in the way you cannot fathom God, you cannot fathom source energy that created you, that feeling of curiosity and wonder, that feeling of surprise that translates into the co-creative quality of our multidimensional universe. And so you do something and you have to wait for the feedback from the universe before you can move forward. You have to wait for the feedback from the universe. So when I say, let me actually stay on topic. So co-creation, you do something, you wait for the feedback from the universe. So if you're just doing and you're not acknowledging that you're actually getting feedback from the universe as you're doing, if you're not taking into consideration the feedback from the universe, then you're not facilitating co-creation. You're not actually listening to the universe as you go through this manifestation process. So things won't move forward for you. In fact, you're like taking credit for things that like you didn't do. And so as I move towards my dreams, they do move towards me. My dreams are not some stagnant thing that I'm running towards. My dreams are alive, shifting and transforming and moving towards me in response to me. The universe is moving them towards me, is shifting timelines and alchemizing the Akashic records in my favor, and so it is. And I acknowledge that it's not just me alone here on some blank canvas in a non-God life. No. I was created for a purpose, and I am fulfilling something. And then there's a quantum existence. There's something much bigger going on as well that I'm also a part of. So I allow myself to not say that I am causing all of this to happen. No, no. I'm here doing this. I'm here doing this. And I'm open I'm ready to be surprised. The universe might dazzle you. You deserve to be dazzled, baby. But you might not be able to fathom what it might take to dazzle you because of how you've been programmed. So thank God. Thank universe. Universe knows what it will take to dazzle you. God, source energy does, angels, whatever you believe, all of them, I hope. They know what it takes to dazzle you, and they are willing to dazzle you if you're in reality. If you're not denying the actual feedback you're getting from the universe, because it's kind of traumatic if you are trying to self-identify with the feedback you are getting from the universe. Like, especially if you've done something that's not in really alignment, and so then you get some kind of negative feedback from the universe, and so you're supposed to eat humble pie, be accountable, self-reflect, change, maybe apologize, and keep moving forward, more of a grown-up. Instead, you kind of just get stuck in that humble pie moment and self-identify with the accident for the rest of your life, because you're not in reality. It's a co-creative environment. We're co-creatively manifesting. We make a step, the universe responds. We allow the universe's response to inform us, to bring us more into reality, to have more information. And then we take our next step, and then we have access to even more information. And then we take our next step. We're not trying to set 7 steps ahead, because we have 6 steps after the first step where we reach new vibrational levels in the universe. The cosmic energy in our environment informs us of new information that we don't know until we get there. So we can't assume we know what the vibrations will be like. We take it one step at a time, staying in constant communion with the universe and in reality, paying attention to the feedback that we're getting so that we can move forward in an informed manner. I don't have to know every step, but I know I'm in alignment with spirit, so I know every step I take will be in alignment with spirit. I don't have to worry that maybe my 5th or 6th step won't be in alignment with spirit, because one thing I will always be is spirit. The other guarantee is that I might not always have this body. It's true. But even then, I will still be my spirit. Hallelujah. So the doubt about the spirit and ability to move forward that's the one thing that's natural. It's what you were before this, and in between your past life and this life. You've always been here, led by spirit. You don't think your spirit's going to know what to do when you die? You think spirit's going to be like, oh no! Spirit's going to be like, oh, finally, I'm dropped the weight of this karmic human who was so close to the 5th dimension. Now I can view it from all the angles. Now I'm going to hang out and, with the Elohim, or maybe I want to, let me not go there. Just know, you guys, I've got so many cool things to tell you about other things as we approach 2022 and 2023. And you guys' minds and our minds, let me not disassociate myself here. Our minds are opening up to start to fathom very sci-fi concepts in a very physicalized and present and, I want to say, respectful way. So, while you may feel access to joy and start to understand innately how to create joy for yourself, remember that comes with feeling sovereignty and knowing that this is something you feel and do for yourself. And it's not so much about how you impact others, as in what you do to affect their free will. You never want to do that. We want to inspire. If by giving off of an energy without actually interacting with someone, if just by the vibration that comes off of you, without, crossing anyone's boundaries, that impacts them on a subconscious vibrational level and their life gets better, then it's divine. And that's how it will happen. If you're meant to uplift or impact someone, their spirit will align them with you. Your spirit, the divinity, will align you with them. Your paths will cross. And then alchemy will occur. It's not so much about you needing to create all of these experiences. No, sweetie. You literally just need to keep stepping forward and create yourself. Create yourself. Set intentions if you want to set intentions. Visualize, align with spirit, and be as clear as you can. And if you can't be clear, because you're young, And maybe you don't know what you want because you haven't experienced enough life yet to know all the possibilities. Then focus on what you know that you deserve and you want, which is joy and health and thriving, and to love yourself and to respect yourself and to respect your boundaries and to respect other people's boundaries, to feel, to have adventures, to connect with others in a way that is healthy and have reciprocal loving relationships, whatever your goals are, babe. You get to tell the universe and express to the universe. Just listen when the universe responds. And if you don't, it's okay. The universe will not stop responding in the same exact vibration response. And that will be the response that brings you back into reality. The more you spiral into a disassociative or detached spiritual dark night of the soul, because you really thought that you could control what the universe does. And we all go through it. I really thought I had boundaries with the universe. I really thought the universe wouldn't do this to me. And so because the universe did do this to me, and I am experiencing this, but since I didn't think I deserved to experience this, I'm just going to completely disassociate from my entire experience altogether and go into a dark night of the soul because I feel so betrayed by the universe that it would provide me with an experience that I was under the impression would kill me, that I wouldn't survive. And the universe is like, well, first of all, you're wrong. This won't kill you and you will survive, and I have to put you through this so that you can continue to alchemize and transmute energies and evolve. And there's no way you can move forward and evolve unless you do experience this. So your hissy fit that you're having in staying in a dark night of the soul longer than necessary, or even unnecessarily creating one for yourself, because you can't handle the fact that the universe knows how strong you are. That you can't gaslight the universe into saying, oh, into mollycoddling you, into coddling you and being like, oh, okay, this would kill you. Actually, no, you're wrong. You didn't know how strong you were, and so you thought the universe had to be more gentle on you in some occasions. You thought that the universe wouldn't dare allow you to experience something because it hurts, and it would definitely kill you or traumatize you. And the universe is not working in that manner with you, because you cannot be codependent with the universe and demand that the universe behaves in a certain way. You don't have that right. That is the free will of the God energy, of the source energy. And also, universe can't force you to do anything either. So, hey. But it's a dance. And so the universe gives you feedback, and you can deny it and spiral down and realize that you don't get to move forward if you are not in reality. So you don't. Or you can be flexible, be like, oh, okay, universe. Well, I thought that I really wanted to be a crossing guard, and my dream was to be a crossing guard, and I always wanted to. But then when I realized that to be a crossing guard, you have to first be a police officer? But I don't want to be a police officer, so I thought I wanted to be a crossing guard. I don't. Oh, it turns out what I want to do is when I have kids, I want to work the car loop of the pickup lane, and I want to wave the flag for the crosswalk there. And that's all. So thank goodness you didn't spiral at the first sign that your dream of being a crosswalk person was that what you initially thought it was going to be. And then maybe you go down the path of becoming a police officer, even if it doesn't resonate, just so you can be a crosswalk person. When that's not the highest vibrational reality or the reality that resonates the most, you just couldn't be, you weren't willing to be flexible and really listen and be open to moving forward, not knowing, not understanding, not knowing or understanding yet. And a lot of you want to make commitments and choices that offer you a sense of security for the future. But what you don't understand is if you leave a little room in the future for the universe to dazzle you, that will create a reality of an abundance that you cannot imagine. because you did not contract and preset all your time away. You preset what your future experience is already going to be. You contracted what all that is going to be. You've agreed. What agreements have you made for your future? And check, have you made any contracts or agreements that already don't resonate with you? Because that doesn't make sense. The universe will give you feedback in advance. If you know in advance something won't feel good, then you're not going to do it. The only not feel good things you ever have to deal with are how you're feeling right now. If something right now, how you're feeling right here, right now doesn't feel good. If this doesn't feel good, I change it. But if you are starting to make choices and they feel fine in the moment, but you feel a feeling like this isn't going to feel good later, this is your intuition coming in. When you're feeling good now, but all of a sudden you get a glimpse of a timeline and you're like, oh, this isn't going to feel good later. This is the universe trying to talk to you and letting you know what you're choosing to do with your free will is manifesting a timeline where you are going to experience repercussions for this action. The reality that you will experience is going to be uncomfortable. I'm showing you now. And so we listen to intuition, because that is our through line with the universe, informing us, hey, I see things from a different way here. So if you find yourself about to make an agreement or some kind of contract and you innately feel a feeling of dread, please heed this message and hold off. Shorten the length of time of this contract. Figure out a way to make it a little more in the now moment, or at least allow your spiritual mind, your higher vibrational self to wash over whatever this agreement is and assess what is filling you with dread. And why would you even be interested in stepping into something that feels like death to you? That would potentially, why would you pre-agree to allow your life force energy to be drained? Why would you consciously step into any agreement that makes you feel uncomfortable before you even step into it? What's the point of having an intuition and feelings like this doesn't feel right? What's the point if you're not going to listen to it? So start listening to it, and you will find that reality feels a lot better, because the universe is actually talking to you all the time, letting you know which things are in alignment with your spirit, because your spirit is in constant communion and alignment with the universe. So you stay in alignment with spirit, and you actually listen to the feedback you get from the universe. This isn't going to feel good. This isn't feeling good. This isn't going to work. I can sense that I was wrong about this. I got to reset. I got to shift. I got to be flexible. I got to be open. I got to change my mind. I got to change my plan. When you start speaking like that, then you're sovereign. I need to make a change here. I need to shift environments. I need to change my perspective. When you start claiming the reality that it's how I change and how I shift what I'm expecting and how I open myself up to the immediate feedback that I get from the universe, be it external or psychic, I'm in flow, baby. I'm in flow with the universe. And soon there's less of that, I need to be flexible, I need to change, I need this, because we're just always in this more open place. We still feel confident, we feel strong, because we are led by spirit, and we've had enough experiences to where we kind of understand the process now. Oh, I've listened to spirit 20 times now. And intuition has led me now many times. Hold on, you're going to hear noise. You guys can still hear me, right? Let me know in the comments. So we've been led by intuition so many times that there is an element of security. After you listen to intuition, or you listen to the universe, or you allow yourself to be moved forward by that more universal nudge, listening to and allowing your human to change their plans as needed to stay in alignment with the universe. Thank you, babe. Thank you. So it gets more comfortable. And then it feels a little less revolutionary, and it begins to become a little more natural. Those are the words. So the more you listen to spirit and allow yourself to make changes in your life in alignment with spirit, which innately sometimes will yield to the universe and listen to feedback, no matter how bad you wanted something to go, the universe is like, you're wrong. No matter how bad you wanted someone to be or something to go, You might be wrong, and you need to accept that and move forward, because there are other ways. You don't always have to spiral downward every time you're wrong. You don't have to. You can just say, oh, that's it. I'm not gaslighting you. Sometimes it really sucks. Sometimes we are very emotionally attached and codependent to circumstances and people and situations, and we feel that we need them or things to go a certain way. And then the universe rips them away from us just so we can see that, oh, it doesn't kill me when that happens. Oh, I actually am an independent person, and I function wholly as my own. And I can self-source all the things I need of happiness within myself. Hey, I'm not saying bonding with people and connecting with humans isn't amazing and something that I love to do, and, I'm super pro connecting with humans in a healthy, interdependent way, as an independent person, not as people who are bullying other people around because they need them to be certain ways in order for them to be happy. No. I'm happy because I'm happy. I navigate forward in alignment with spirit, listening to the universe, and let's just see what happens from there. I want to make sure I'm holding space so the people around me can feel free to go through their spiritual growth at whatever speed or depth that is good for them, and I would never try and project the speed or depth that I expand spiritually or move forward or evolve spiritually onto them. And so that doesn't mean that I don't also honor my experience. I just allow myself to live what I used to call an alternative life. I'm okay with having a slightly alternative lifestyle as perceived by other people, in the way I communicate, in the way that I choose to live my life, in the way that I navigate my businesses, in the way that I navigate my relationships. Also constantly changing as I get more feedback from the universe and from the people around me. But I don't need how I am or how I choose to be, or the way I make choices. I don't need or want that to be, I don't need it to be validated by anyone. I don't need anyone to do it before I feel I'm allowed to do it. I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part to take care of my spirit and to take care of myself, to keep myself the highest vibrating vessel possible, being possible, so that I'm creating heaven on earth within myself and in my own personal life. And if in doing that, I truly feel that that's me doing God work, and that's me doing God's work by creating this little plot of heaven on earth that has almost a contagious energy, that maybe the universe might align certain people with my path so that they can experience that energy. But I'm not in that energy for them. I'm in that energy because it is a result of what I have created and alchemized within myself. And so be it. If that ends up making me a portal to help others, if that ends up making you a portal. So take a deep breath. And that is your message. I hope this light-coded message could inspire you, could uplift you. I will save this to my page. Felt really, really good to finally go live again and share some love light messages from my heart and soul. It means so much to me that you guys would hold space for me today so that I could share these messages. Truly, truly, truly enjoy it. So we are meditating this week and every week, Thursday and Fridays. If you'd like to join me, it is a light code session and then a guided meditation. Our Thursday session is an hour and our Friday session is about 20-30 minutes. If you want to sign up, you can click the link in my bio. If you're a gold member on my website, those sessions are a complimentary component of your membership. So make sure you get your coupon code on the SoulFam Hub on the website. If anyone wants to book a reading with me, I open my schedule up. So you can also book a reading with me on my website. I also made Miami in-person readings available. So I really just, gave my website a whole pep up I think that's all I have to say today, my loves. That's it. Oh, gold members, also, there is officially a meditation video in my meditation video library. And I will start adding to our meditation video library. And that's going to be another component of gold membership on my website. I am so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Like, yay for that. Okay. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. I will see you soon, I'm sure. I'm sending so much love and so much light to you. I hope that you can remember to stay breathing and put your soul first and listen to those little inklings, those little knowings that you feel in your spirit. And when the universe informs you of something, no one else might hear that information. No one else might get it. No one else might see it. But if in your heart and soul you feel it may align you with joy in one way or another, where that's first through, some people need to align with safety before they align with joy. So sometimes you feel, some choices will align you with the through line to joy. It won't be a direct access joy. It will be like, well, first I need to get into safety here, and then I need to get into comfort here, and then I'm going to be in joy. And I want you to know that whether, there are a few stops you think you may need to take before you can feel joy, I'd like you to open your mind and open your heart to the possibility that you can be dazzled in any moment. And I have laughed my ass off when I was deeply in grief. I'm a multidimensional being and I don't feel guilt about that. We are able to feel profound joy and sad at the same time because we're wild multidimensional beings, okay? So just to know that while it may be a through line to a more constant feeling of joy, in the meantime, I hope you'll be open to the universe loving on you, to God loving on you, whether it's through nature, through your environments, through random people that you cross paths with, or your ability to love on yourself in a way that is more nurturing, that is more compassionate, that is more understanding and more respectful, in a way that you start to feel more nourished, more spiritually thriving, and you can start to prioritize your well-being, so that the version of you and the quality of the energy that you share with the world is a little slice of heaven. First for you, because you deserve that heaven pie. And then why not? Why not for everyone else? Why not? I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye, my loves.